Now, if this were my agent Kolia, he probably wouldn't believe this, like, weird stuff going on with the Blessing of Oneness, and needing it in order to find the person that I'm looking for and all this stuff, but my warrior is a different character, right? She is like, whatever, I don't understand any of this craziness that's going on, but she would like to. Unfortunately, it's not really getting too explained as far as how all of this is actually working, like underneath the very spiritual side of it, but I'm pretty sure she's a smart enough person to be able to figure it out. However, we did find the person that we're looking for, and we're going to be able to maybe get a few more answers as we go along.
I seek Bidet.
Your kind have a sense of entitlement. It is unearned. What business could you have with Bidet?
I require his pendant of bone.
His talisman? It's old, but worthless.
Then he won't mind parting with it.
It possesses sentimental value. Bidet wars against Gormak. He won't return until their fiercest chieftains are slain. This campaign takes months. You will have to wait.
I offer my assistance. I will wipe out Bidekvar's enemies myself, then he will meet with me.
Delusion. The Gormak chieftains are fierce, well protected. I will show you where, then I will not see you again.
Wow, he has such faith in me to carry out this, like, minor mission that he's given me to do. So let's talk a little bit about the Gormak. Now, you learn in, like, the main Voss story that the Gormak are, in fact, this, like, alternate version of the Voss. Like, they're of the same thing, right? And I'm not going to give away too much of the story, that's why I'm being super vague about it. But the strange thing here, at least that my character can gather from, if she did the main story. I skipped over it, but let's assume that she learned more about the Voss and the Gormak when she was on Voss. She probably would have learned that the Gormak are part of, being the same kind of thing, and she would then be able to deduce that possibly the Gormak would have just as much force connectivity as the Voss. At least that's what she would deduce. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So I think that was a good mission for her, because she gets to see the Gormak in greater detail. And when she goes into the other zones here on Voss, she'll be able to learn more about the Voss. I mean, this is all it's like a puzzle. It's like a giant puzzle that she's slowly piecing together to be able to figure out exactly how these people work.
The outsider returns.
You killed the Gormak chieftains. You want my talisman. Why?
I need it to gain entrance to the center of the Dark Heart.
You're mad. The bone gives me no advantage. To profit from it is good, and I will award it, for a price. You killed enemy chieftains, but the Gormak Warmaster lives. Defeat him, the talisman will be yours.
I agree to your terms.
You will receive the talisman when the Warmaster is dead.
So let's talk a little bit about the game design of Star Wars before it was actually launched, and these are going to be important to know for things that we'll talk about in the near future. The first thing is that the writers didn't necessarily know like which planets would be coming first in the line of planets that you would be going down. For instance, like Belmora and Nar Shaddaa, all that. Like, they didn't know that that was a consecutive line. They just knew that all of the planets would be there, which is why, from a game design perspective, you've got really weird setups on your companions. Like, the bounty hunter gets a healing companion right off the bat, however the trooper doesn't. So it's not necessarily balanced on what companions you get, because it wasn't planned for that. It was planned around how the story would pan out, right? So that's the first thing, and they said that back pre-launch. I think I don't remember who said it, but I do remember hearing it in several interviews. But that's how the game was designed. The other thing is that before the game launched, actually, well, before even beta opened up enough to people, there was the ability to kill some of your companions. This was something that was ended up being taken out because they felt like they didn't want to give any player a disadvantage. They didn't want any situation for the player to be in where they wouldn't have like a tank companion or a healing companion. But what the idea was is that if you just didn't get along with Jorgen as a trooper, or if you just really hated, I don't know, Vet, like you could totally just kill him. And that's something that's really interesting to me, because in other BioWare RPGs, that's okay. You see that kind of stuff in Dragon Age, you see that kind of stuff in Mass Effect. You don't necessarily kill them directly in some of those games, but you can have them killed in different ways or get them killed by a series of actions, and then they're gone forever and you never get them back with that character. I like that idea of absolute certainty that is possibly something that you want for your character, or that's something that your character would potentially do. It's more role-playing-esque than it is balancing as far as game design.
The Gormak War Master is dead. I've come to collect the Pendant of Bone.
The three will know of your assistance. My talisman is yours.
I am most thankful.
It is the Voss way. Farewell.
You now possess the Blessing of Oneness and the Pendant of Bone. I have guided you. Now I request your help. I need to live in your skin, seize control of you. You will be unchanged and not feel a thing.
What are you going to do?
You cannot know, but I will pay you for your service. Agree to this. I only require your body for a few moments.
I like the idea of you owing me.
The agreement is made. It is done. Thank you.
I guess I'll have to continue on not understanding any of this.
It will remain a mystery until it no longer is. Then I will appear to you again. The blessing shows the door to the Dark Heart Chamber. The pendant unlocks it. To access the Dark Heart, see Merbek Gen in the Nightmare Lands. He is one of your kind.
So why would my character let him do that? Well, the first thing I would say is that she knows she's not dealing with a Sith, which means she's not going to wake up with like a dead body over her. Instead, she trusts the Voss enough to potentially pay her back in a very strong way.
Trespasser, Selmakor warns. Retreat, relent. Death awaits.
I do not scare easily.
Then die easily.
But I don't die easily either. So let's quickly, because we're going to be getting up on the point where we're able to talk more about the Jedi and how this character is connected with my Jedi Knight. So let's talk about him briefly. What you'll want to do is, if you haven't done it before, you want to go read the Trellis of the Eidolon series, which is on the website, OSWnetwork.com, under Extras, and it's Trellis of the Eidolon. It ties in directly with my agent stuff. I release it on a weekly basis with the agent story that I put up, the videos, and it gave a good insight onto how my agent works. but it also gave a huge insight on what my Jedi Knight did after the story, you know, after the videos that we put up. So this character ties in directly to that, because you got to remember the Jedi Knight killed the Emperor in the story. Spoilers, I know. But that's one of the things that happened, and then the Emperor kind of floats around, and now this character, my warrior, is the wrath of the Emperor.
No closer. This is death embodied. Death itself.
So you could fairly easily deduce that the Emperor would want revenge, therefore he sends, because he doesn't have a physical body at the moment, he sends his wrath to go take care of that little nuisance that had killed him the first time.
Wrath, come to me. I am your Emperor. Darth Barris plays the old games. He maneuvered me here, knowing this body could be bound to this place.
I will make Barris pay for every deceit.
My exit is paramount. Selmacor's dark secrets here are of import, but they will wait. I must be released. Another time I will return for what I require.
Tell me what must be done.
I am released only when this body dies. An oversight I will not repeat. But for now, the entity Selmacor makes suicide impossible. I will lower my defenses and use my wrath to kill this body.
I am yours to command.
I am ready. Strike me down.
Forever bound. Selmacor takes this body. Such power.
This will be a good moment for the warrior, for my character. She will be able to show the Emperor that she has enough power to carry out his wrath. You know, obviously she was chosen for a reason, but you know, he doesn't necessarily sure how strong she is until she's able to really prove it to him directly. So, you know, doing the mission where getting a little bit of revenge on Barris for trapping the voice here, and also doing the stuff with the Jedi Knight will be, I mean, it's going to be a huge stepping stone for her in her Sith career. She's obviously very strong as it is, but this is going to kind of propel her into the next step, like what she does next after the warrior story, and that is crucial in what she gets to do when taking out my Jedi Knight. But we don't know the end of that yet, because I haven't put anything out on it. You don't know if this character actually kills my Jedi Knight, or what happens there. What we do know, and what I will say at the moment, before really putting out the end details on that, is that the Jedi Knight is, as we've shown in the Trellis of the Eidolon series, trying to become immortal like the Emperor. He liked that aspect of the Emperor, and this character specifically wants to stop that, because the Emperor knows how powerful it can be to be immortal, and this Jedi Knight is not needing to be there.
The entity is vanquished. The life in this body is ebbing. You have done well, my wrath. Once I am released, the Hand will know all that has transpired. I cannot be trapped twice. They will continue to guide you in the effort to ruin Darth Barris's bid.
You are my master in all things.
Voss holds no further interest for you. Return to your ship. This body is expiring.
Huh?